We've been talking a little bit there about the regulator and the action that they take, but just how onerous is it, and what's the motivation for companies to ensure they don't get hacked? I mean, if I think about most of the CEOs we speak to, it does keep them awake at night. They do not want to be hacked because of the reputational damage and the impact of business. Does it even help having a regulator breathing down the neck of companies demanding more action?
Well, I think it's first important to say that, whether it's by human error or whether it's by malicious intent, the number of data breaches and data leakage for the last 12 months has been, quite frankly, quite scary. Our research team has been showing a 93% increase in the number of data breaches year on year. And from a business perspective, reputational risk is one thing, but what can be done with that data and the disruption it can have to your business operations, if it's a ransomware attack, for example, is quite considerable. And so it is very top of mind to all organizations. And it's a very costly endeavor today to secure your data. If you look at the old days whereby bricks and mortars, everything was inside your four walls, it was very easy to secure. Today, in the current environment where customers have their data in the cloud, they have data on premise, the hybrid between the two, it's in structured, unstructured format. It's a very onerous task to secure that data. And it's a tax that comes, I guess, with today's digital economy, which is the world that we live in today. And so from a regulatory perspective, yes, I think it is important that it is highly regulated. The privacy rules that are kicking in as well and have kicked in around the world are very considerable, very onerous on businesses from a fines perspective. And the reputational damage and the business continuity issues that this presents are very, very significant. And unfortunately, it's going to continue to rise, and I do not see it abating anytime soon.
Pam, your company has been at the forefront of battling some of these hacks, DDoS, a malicious network attack. Apparently when the network is overwhelmed by a whole heap of traffic and it can't distinguish what is real and what is not. So customers, workers, I gather, cannot just get through to the network. And if we think about the context of what we have now, so many companies moving towards e-commerce, online business, but also have workers working from home, not the office. This is hugely problematic, these types of traffic attacks. Is that how you would contextualize what we're facing right now?
No, absolutely. Pre-COVID, businesses were already investing significantly in their digital transformation journey. And as a result of COVID, that increased. And like it or not, we're in a world today whereby most of organizations transact with their customers on the web over the internet. And with that comes a big cost, a tax penalty, whatever way you want to call it, and an obligation to secure that data, secure their infrastructure, and be fully resilient, and to be able to protect themselves in the event that the security failed or they didn't have it in place, the bad actors got in, and now how do they get their operations back up and running as quickly as possible to maintain that business continuity? From our perspective, we've seen a surge in business, obviously, over that period of time. From two aspects. Number one, the digital transformation, customers moving their applications, moving their data to the cloud, but also an increase as well in the number of bad actors who unfortunately have more time to spend investing in increasing the attack surface that we have in place today. It's been a really, really crazy period of time. We as a cybersecurity company have been investing in innovation, in increasing the size of the portfolio that we have to keep cope and keep up with the increased number of attack surfaces that are out there. And that's just something that we're going to continue to do, because there is not going to be any, unfortunately, letdown in the amount of bad actors, right? And ways in which they're going to try and disrupt a business operation, whether, as you said, it's through a DDoS attack, or whether it's through a ransomware attack, or whether it's stealing the data and trying to sell it on for extra money. So it's the world we live in today. It's really important for organizations to invest in securing their infrastructure, securing their data, and then just making sure that their operations are fully resilient in the event that, they get unfortunately past that hurdle and they're into a situation of having to get their businesses back up and running again fast.